Alright, we're going to look at the dumbbell shoulder press. And the main thing I want you to be aware of with the dumbbell shoulder press is that there's a couple different ways you can hold the dumbbells, and depending on how you hold them, it can influence not necessarily what muscles you're using, but it can kind of strain someone might feel in their shoulders. The traditional way of holding the dumbbells would be like you hold a barbell, just straight parallel with one another. You know, if they were connected to one another, they would just be connected and you go straight up together like this. That's your normal grip for a dumbbell shoulder press. You can notice my range of motion is about level with my ears here, and then straight up above my head, okay? In order to make this lift as easy as possible for yourself, you want to try to get the dumbbells directly above your shoulders. For example, the dumbbells are right here, and they go straight above me, okay? They don't track out in front here, and they don't track behind me at all. When your dumbbells are straight over your shoulders, it means your shoulders don't have to work as hard as if they were out here. If my dumbbells are out here, my shoulders are actively working to try to keep them back. And so watch for when a person is doing dumbbell shoulder press that they are actually lifting straight above their head. We'll see this in particular when we look at an incline chest press. That's your normal grip for a dumbbell shoulder press. So again, my normal grip is here, just like that. The other grip that you'll see people use frequently is what's called a neutral grip. And with this grip, you hold the dumbbells so they're parallel to one another like this. The motion remains the same. You still go about ear level and then go straight above your head. The difference with a neutral grip versus the traditional grip is that when your hands are like this versus here, it takes a little bit of strain off of your shoulder. And for many people that have some kind of nagging shoulder pain, just switching to a neutral grip may make a big difference for them. They may feel that pain go away right away, okay? So anytime you do a pressing exercise with dumbbells, whether it be a shoulder press or a chest press, you can utilize that neutral grip in order to change where that strain is on the shoulder, okay? So that's the dumbbell shoulder press, and you can notice when I'm doing it, I'm looking at the same sort of things I've looked at in a lot of other lifts. I have a nice and tall chest here, my back is arched, I'm not rounding my back when I'm trying to do this lift, okay? And I stay nice and tall, and just straight above my head, nice and easy. Down, and then going up. Now there is one other thing I want to mention about the dumbbell shoulder press, that you don't have to do them seated, okay? The one advantage of doing them seated is that what you'll see some people do is when they do standing shoulder presses, which is what I'll do right now for you, is they have a tendency perhaps to lean back a little bit when they do it. When you lean back, especially when you arch your back like this, you start to activate your chest quite a bit, because your chest will come into play the farther back you lean. When you do a seated shoulder press, well, you're not going to lean back a whole lot, because if you do, you're going to fall over, okay? When you stand, you are able to lean back a little bit. So some people may be inclined to cheat a little bit when they do standing shoulder presses. The other advantage of a seated shoulder press is that, you know, I'm a short guy, so if I'm spotting someone who's much taller than I am, I can't really help them if they're standing and doing a standing shoulder press here. If they're seated, it's pretty easy for me to help them out from a seated position because they're not as tall as I am, okay? Many people will do the shoulder presses when they'll put the back rest all the way up here to create some back support. Again, I don't necessarily advocate that because you can lean back against it and then again involve those chest muscles when you're doing it, when you're really just trying to work the shoulders as much as possible. So I prefer not to use a back rest if at all possible. Just have someone sit on the end of a bench and stay up nice and tall when they do the lift. There shouldn't really be a need for a back rest when doing this lift, okay? So that's a little bit more about that dumbbell shoulder press.